It is Wednesday, September 30th, and this is CONCACAF VideoSignals. On today's show, with a tie last night, Columbus and Saprissa still have everything to play for. Puerto Rico was officially eliminated, and Arabe Unido scored an avalanche of goals. We'll take a look at last night's highlights from the CONCACAF Champions League and preview tomorrow's game. Then, join me on a trip around the Confederation. Plus, we have the CONCACAF quiz. We start with the CONCACAF Champions League's Group C in Columbus, where the crew fell victim to another last-gasp Saprissa equalizer in a dramatic 1-1 tie. The home side attacked from the outset and were awarded a penalty kick after Walter Centeno caught Guillermo Barros-Schelotto with a tackle in the box. The Argentine legend wanted to take the penalty, but was forced from the field due to a bloody shin. U.S. international Robbie Rogers stepped up and slotted the ball to Keylor Navas' right in the 27th minute. Centeno was cautioned for the rash challenge. It was Rogers' second goal of the tournament. Just seconds from being eliminated, Saprissa found the elusive equalizer in the second minute of second-half stoppage time. Alexander Robinson got on the end of a Centeno free kick, and his downward header from the edge of the 6-yard box went through Columbus goalkeeper Will Hesmer's legs to give the Purple Monster a share of the points. Columbus needs only a tie in his last group game at Puerto Rico to ensure advancement. Saprissa needs to defeat visiting Cruz Azul to have any hope of moving into the knockout round. The Puerto Rico Islanders, a Champions League semi-finalist last year, were officially eliminated from this season's edition with a 2-0 loss at Cruz Azul. Mario Ortiz put the home side ahead in the 6th minute, finishing an exchange between Joel Huiki and Alejandro Vela on the left side. Huiki worked his way into the penalty area and slid a ball to Ortiz at the top of the 6-yard box. Ortiz avoided a tackle and easily finished past goalkeeper Justin Myers. In the 52nd minute, Emmanuel Villa made it 2-0 when he was left unmarked at the right post to head in a cross and deny the Islanders any chance they had of returning to the knockout round. Cruz Azul, which had clinched its place in the quarterfinals last week, improved to 13 points atop Group C. Puerto Rico, playing its 4th game in 8 days and 10th in its last 24, remained last with 2 points. Arabe Unido reclaimed the lead in Group A, beating winless Isidro Metapan 6-0 to make a claim for a place in the quarterfinals. The Salvadoran side was overwhelmed from the start. Camilo Aguirre put Arabe ahead in the 29th minute, putting in a rebound off a shot that was initially saved by goalkeeper Alvaro Alfaro. Orlando Rodriguez scored the first of his 3 goals in the 57th. He ran onto a ball out of the back, used a step over to elude Alfaro, and finished with a cool left footer. Aguirre scored his second in the 71st minute when a poorly cleared ball landed at his feet atop the left corner of the area. He was not challenged as he settled, turned, and shot back across the goal past Alfaro. Rodriguez added his second in the 74th, reacting quickly to head home a bicycle kick. 4-0 Arabe Unido. Eduardo McTaggart made it 5-0 in the 81st minute, knocking in a loose ball from the top of the 6-yard box. Rodriguez closed the Arabe goal account in the 88th minute, his CCL leading 8th goal. Scored 17-0 in 5 consecutive losses in the Champions League. Arabe Unido faces Pachuca in his last group game on October 21st. There are 4 more games today. Pumas squares off against visiting W Connection. DC United hosts already eliminated San Juan Jeblote. The Houston Dynamo and Pachuca meet in a key Group A contest. And Real España welcomes Comunicaciones. Match Day 5 closes out tomorrow with a Group B encounter between host Marathon and Toluca. They last met on September 17th in a highly anticipated game that ended in a 7-0 rout in favor of the Red Devils. Raul Nava and Diego de la Torre had 2 goals each. Marathon has not played since last week's CCL 3-0 loss at DC United. Toluca had an impressive 2-1 win at Cruz Azul on Saturday in the Mexican Apertura, with Hector Mancia and Edgar Dueñas netting goals. Watch VideoSignals tomorrow for more highlights. Now let's see what's happening around the Confederation. At the FIFA U-20 World Cup today, Costa Rica bounced back from its 5-0 loss to Brazil with a well-deserved 3-0 win over 10-man Australia in Port Said. The result revived the Ticos' hopes of a place in the last 16. Goals by Diego Madrigal and David Guzman sandwiched a Luke de Veer own goal. Costa Rica currently sits in third place in Group A, but that could change depending on today's later game between Brazil and the Czech Republic. Yesterday, the USA fired its way back into contention for a place in the knockout stage with a spirited 4-1 Group C win over Cameroon in Suez. Goals on either side of halftime by Brian Arguez and Tony Taylor set the Americans on the road to a victory that was secured by a goal of the tournament contender from Dilly Duca and a late Brian Ownby breakaway. Later today, Honduras will try to make it 2 wins in a row when it faces the United Arab Emirates in Alexandria. And that completes our trip around CONCACAF. Now it is time for today's CONCACAF quiz. Yesterday, we asked you the following question. Mexican international Jose Manuel Abundis played briefly for a team in the USA's Major League Soccer. Can you name that team? Thanks to all who replied. The correct answer is the New England Revolution. Abundis appeared in 2 regular season games for the MLS side during the 2006 season. For today's question, though not as teammates, Costa Rica's Hernan Medford and the USA's Casey Keller played for the same team in Spain. Can you name that team? If you think you know the answer, please send an email to videosignals@concacaf.org by 12 p.m. New York time tomorrow. If you answer correctly, your name will be placed into a weekly draw. The winner will receive a prize from CONCACAF. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for joining us at Video Signals, your source for CONCACAF news.